Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm in a new location. We moved recently, and it took a while to unpack and find everything. We're still unpacking now, but we've got enough stuff so I can create a video. I'm just so excited that you've taken some time, and I promise not to keep you long. I just want to share a quick reflection based on something that I read this morning in the Bible. I've been reading through the book of Joshua. Joshua chapter 9 is where I'm at right now. And the reason why I picked the book of Joshua is because I'm in a new surrounding. And whenever I start something new, I like to go to parts of the Bible where I can find inspiration that will help me trust the Lord as I move through uncharted territories. So as I'm reading through the book of Joshua, I'm up to chapter 9. I came across this verse that caught my attention, and I'll read it for you. It's Joshua chapter 9, verse 14, and it says, "So the men took some of the provisions, but did not ask counsel from the Lord." Now, this right here, I had to read it twice to make sure that I understood what was happening. I encourage you to read all of Joshua to get proper context, but for today, let me just share what caught my attention. See, Joshua and the leaders of Israel are moving into uncharted territories. They're going into the promised land. They're doing things that they've never done before, and they're moving, and they're supposed to be trusting the Lord. Yet, when they come to this particular junction with the Gideonites who devised this scheme, this plan to deceive the children of Israel, instead of checking in with the Lord, they relied on their own intuition. In essence, I imagine if they were here today, they would have gone on YouTube, they would have gone on the internet, they would have called their friends and said, "What should we do when faced with this situation?" Instead of checking in with God first. And as a result of this way of thinking and this way of acting, they made a contractual agreement, a covenant with their enemies. Not only their enemies, but a group of people that were devoted for destruction. Now, I am so glad that this story doesn't end there. As a matter of fact, next week, we're going to come and see how the Lord will take this situation and make it a blessing for both camps. It's not a perfect solution, but imagine how different that history would have been if the children of Israel had simply checked in with the Lord first. So my encouragement for you this week is simply, when you're faced with a decision, check in with God first. Check in with God with prayer. And if you want to know how to pray more effective prayers, you can click on the link up here or up here on either side. There's a whole 6-part series on how to pray effective prayers. Watch that and be inspired to communicate with your Heavenly Father. And then come back again next week for the second part of this series as we continue journeying through the book of Joshua. I'm so glad you stopped by. If this has been a blessing to you and you enjoy this content, why don't you post a comment down below, click a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. That's how I hear that this is ministering to you, and that will help me as I continue to share content with you. Have a great rest of your day, night, and I will see you next time.